Hi, I'm Daria, and today I want to talk about my business form and how do I want to run my business. And I want to start with business structure. I want my fashion design business to be a corporation. This way, my personal things are safe. If the business has debts or legal problems, um, I can get help. The fashion industry can be risky because of production, customers, and suppliers. Being a corporation also helps my business grow. It makes it easier to find investors and build a strong brand image. Second, I want to talk about laws. There are a few laws that are really important to my fashion design business. One of them is employment law. This is because I might hire people to design or make clothes or to work in my store. I need to follow the rules about how they get paid, um, how many hours they work, and what's the budget or what their rights are. If I do not follow these rules, I could get in trouble. Another important law is contract law. I will be working with people who supply me with materials, make my clothes, and buy my products. I need to understand contract law so that I can make sure our agreements are clear and fair. I also need to know about consumer protection law. This law is important because it helps keep my customers safe. They have the right to get quality products, to return things they do not like, and to know the truth about what they are buying. I need to follow these rules so that my customers trust me and not complain. Third is contracts. I will need to make contracts with people. One contract will be with the people who supply me with materials or make my clothes. This contract will say things like how much they will make, what quality it needs to be, when it needs to be done, and how I will pay them. Another contract will be with my employees. This contract will say what their job is, how much they will get paid, and what they are responsible for. I will also need a contract with the people who sell my products or buy them in bulk. This contract will say things like how much they will pay, when they will get the products, and what they can expect from me. The fourth one is risk manager clauses. There are things I need to include my contracts to protect my business. One of them is liability clause. This clause says that I am not responsible if my product hurts someone or are defective. Another thing I need is a confidentiality clause. Um, this clause says that the people I work with cannot copy my designs or ideas. I also need a termination one. This one says that either I or the other person can end the contract if certain things happen. This helps prevent problems that can last a time. So the fifth one is workplace safety concerns. There are things that could hurt my employees. One of them is the equipment they use, like sewing machines or cutting tools. I can help prevent accidents by teaching my employees how to use the equipment and by having safety procedures in place. Another concern is that my employees might work long or in uncomfortable conditions. I can help prevent this by making sure they get breaks and have a place to work. There is also a risk of fire, which fabrics and machinery. Um, I can reduce this risk by installing fire safety equipment and following safety rules. The sixth one is insurance. My business needs insurance to protect it. One of kind one kind of insurance I need is liability insurance. This insurance helps if someone gets hurt because of something my business did. I also need property insurance. This insurance helps if something happens to my equipment, materials, or products. Another kind of insurance I need is product liability insurance. This insurance helps if my products hurt someone or are defective. The seventh one is this dispute resolution. If I have a problem with someone I work with, I want to use mediation to resolve it. Mediation is faster and less expensive than going to court. It helps me keep a good relationship with the other person. Fashion design business is my focus, and I want to make sure that my fashion design business runs smoothly. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope you enjoyed the business structure and the way that my business is going to be formed. Thank you.